IVC, back again for another update. It's been a while since I've done my last one, but I've been busy like everybody I suppose, and just with work and just family and things, so I just haven't had the time to record a video. It's Friday night, the wife's out, the kids are in bed, so I thought I'd make a video to show what I've got over the last month or so. I'm afraid if you see me looking over there every so often, I'm watching the England game on telly. We're losing at the moment, so excuse me for that. But yeah, so hope everybody's doing well, and I've got a charity shop that I pass every day on the way home. Sort of a ton of records in, I'll be showing them in a bit. And then I've got another one that I went to, which is sort of local, we have to drive to. And when I went in there, I was really lucky, and I've had a few bits. So let's get showing. First one I went into, first thing I picked up 2 books actually, which I haven't got on me, which was Bob Dylan's Chronicles, which is really nice. I haven't read that yet, so it'll be nice. And Chas Hodges' Chas and Dave autobiography, which I started, which is really interesting. If you don't know anything about him, check him out. Chas Hodges, he basically was a sort of session musician in the 60s, toured with Jerry Lee Lewis, Gene Vincent, and he recorded with Joe Meek in the Outlaws, went on to lots of things, and now is most famous for Chas and Dave. So if you don't know them, check them out, very worth it. Right, after the book found in the charity shop was this, which is, as the cover is, it's stiff, and if it means everything to everyone, it must be a stiff. Today's sound today, and this was sort of all round. This is what I'm reading from around here and underneath, and this is how they sort of marketed their things. This is Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, 12-inch single, backed with There Ain't Half Been Some Clever Bastards. Excellent song, both of them. You know, if you don't know Ian Dury, please check him out, he's really good. Right, next up is The Alarm, Declaration. Again, another great album by them. I think it's their second. Sorry, I just haven't looked at the football then. Yeah, great album by them. This is from 1983. I'm sure this is their second album, but yeah, very good. It's a little bit scratched up, so a little bit noisy, and it hasn't got the proper in there. It must be sort of got this price buster in us. That was a shame, but you know, so can't have everything. Next up is there you go, UB40. And most people know this is their first single, Tyler, and this is obviously 12-inch single, so that's a really nice one to pick up. Something else is this. This is the singles album, UB40, and it's basically their first it's their first 3 or 4 singles, just brought together on a compilation. They were with Graduate Records first of all, then they moved on to who did they move on to? Hang on a sec. I haven't got the other album. They moved on to another record label, so basically that when they became even more popular with sort of Red Wine and everything, their old record label released this. That was a nice one to pick up. Next one I picked up is the Police first album. This one is Outlanders to More. Again, just a classic. It's quite interesting listening to it. It's a long time. I used to have this originally and then got rid of it, like I sort of said before, some of my records. And it's sort of interesting listening. You've got So Lonely, Roxanne, Can't Stand Losing You, which are probably the 3 best known songs on it. And they're sort of like the Police, what we know now as the Police. And the rest of the album's quite sort of, it's not punk, probably new wave, I'd have said. So yeah, it's quite a different sounding one for them, but yeah, really good. Next up is another stiff 12-inch, and this is by Lady Lovitch. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and it's lucky number, and on the other side it's home and lucky number version, which I presume is like a dub. As you can see, it's a different label. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. This was 1978, the other one is 1977, so it's only a year difference. Let's say cheers, Friday night, beers. Right, everything seems to have got a bit out of order, one of my sort of things here. So, right, next up with this one, for any jazz fans out there, this is the Bix Beiderbecke Story, Volume 3, The Whiteman Days. If anybody of you know Bix Beiderbecke, he was a cornet player from the sort of 20s. I first heard about him, there was a TV programme, I think in the 80s, called the Beiderbecke Affair. It was a programme, nothing to do with sort of, they just used his name, but they sort of used his music in it, and that was where I first heard of him and became aware of him, and sort of that introduced me to that. So yeah, I like that, and that was just nice to pick it up. It's a bit torn up here, unfortunately. The labels they use in a charity shop are very annoying, and they don't come off. I've sort of asked them not to. We'll put them on the back or something where it's not quite as important, but hey, what can you do? Only paying 99p for most of these things. And this one is a special magic of Benny Goodman, another jazz one. So yeah, that's just nice, couple of things to have for the jazz collection. Next up are a couple of eBay buys. This is Squeeze singles, 45s and under. Now remember, my brother used to have this, and this is a superb album. It's a greatest hits, it's their singles, but it is an absolute superb, not a duff song on there, superb album. So definitely check this out if you don't know them. If you don't sort of own anything else by them, this is definitely the one to get. Right, next up is this, which I probably don't need to say much, Birthday Party. This is called Bad Seed. It's a 12-inch single on 4AD, which I know lots of people have been talking about. Let's see if it's the right way up. Move that side. It's a bit dirty, I need to clean it up. Yeah. And then that's the other side. Oh yes, that was a eBay purchase. I think that was. We always worked so expensive with the postage. It was, I think it cost me £2 the record, but you know, it cost me £2 or £3 in postage, which is frustrating, but hey, what can you do? Next one, I put this up on Facebook and got no response, so I don't know if nobody sort of knows what it is. This is Trans. This is basically Bernard Butner's new musical project, if you like, and it's just instrumental, and it's really good. Check them out. It's very different, so yeah, really good. It's a 12-inch single, and it's good because it's about 26 minutes long, I think it is, the whole, both sides, and it's sort of, a lot of it's improvised, and yeah, it's just really good, really different for him. I went to 2 concerts in the middle of October. I went to see, North Mississippi All Stars at the 100 Club in London, and I went to see The Answer at the Electric Ballroom in Camden, like 3 days apart. North Mississippi All Stars first, and the difference between the shows was amazing. They were both absolutely superb, but the North Mississippi All Stars was a very small concert. The venue, venue is very small. It was a tiring. It was very intense. They played for sort of about 2.5 hours, and it was sort of non-stop. They just sort of really went for it. They got their new album sort of just come out. World Boogie is coming. Superb album. Check it out. And it was a really sort of tiring, just sort of really intense sort of night. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, and then went to see The Answer, so 2 days later, and I mean, if you know the answer, they're a superb live band. The difference, it was sort of struck me as I was sort of coming afterwards, coming home, that because the venue was bigger, it's not a huge venue by any means. It's not an arena or anything like that. It's probably a few thousand people with that. Well, they put on a show, the answer, because it was that bit of a bigger venue. And I think that's all they've got used to doing now, and they play the bigger places. And it's all just interesting to see the different types of approach. You know, you have the small intimate gig, and it was just intense, full on, in your face. Whereas in the answers, it was lots of sort of shouting to the crowd, getting the cheer along, getting the clap, you know, all that sort of thing. So yeah, 2 great gigs, and I picked up a couple of records while I was there. First one is North Mississippi All Stars. This isn't their most recent album, it's the one before, but I haven't had it on physical format, I've only had it on download. This is Keys to the Kingdom. Nice heavy card, so that way. Yeah, really nice album. It's on 180 gram vinyl, so that's really nice to pick up. And this I picked up with the Answer Show. This is Everyday Demons. Again, this isn't their latest. I think I showed that in my last video. This is their second album. Again, this is it's a sort of a double album. It's got 3 sides, and the last side, if I can get it out, they've got nice inner sleeves on this one. There's no inner sleeves on the other one. Is not sure if we're going to be able to see this or not. I'm just trying to get it. Oh yeah, there you go. In the light, you can just about see it there. That's basically signed by the band, etched on the 4 sides, so that's quite nice. And they're both a tenner, so that's really nice. It's nice, always nice to pick up sort of a bit of cheap vinyl at concerts. I tend to sort of sell them at a reasonable price. Oh, that was nice. So next up is my local record shop. Excuse me, I just have another drink. Cheers. I went in about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and I go in sort of once or twice a week. I normally go at the beginning of the week, towards the end of the week, and sort of always check. They don't normally have a lot of stuff in there. I'd seen a couple of items that I was interested in. I had a Louis Armstrong album in there and a Madness one, and I've seen them, but I didn't have any money on me, so I left it. And then I went back a couple of days later, and as always, not there. I thought, bugger. But you know, and then I sort of looked and I thought, hang on, there was a new stack in there. I literally just had 1 crate of records. It's normally a few singles and then what I've just done with the single, sorry. And first thing I saw when I was flicking through was this, the Beatles, the Red Album. See that? It's on. It's got the original inners. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Got the original inners. That's what I just put them in. And then, as you can see from there, the Apple logo on the other side. And then you can tell it's nice, sort of heavy vinyl. So that was really nice to get that. I remember sort of listening to this in the car. I've got a tape of it upstairs still. We used to have in the car as kids going on holiday. So I know this one sort of better than the other one. So also in there was this, the blue one, which I've never actually owned on CD anything before. And the other one. And this, so you've got the blue inner sleeves, a little bit torn at the bottom, but as you can see through the blue vinyl. And they said that it says on there they did do the red in red vinyl, but obviously whoever had it obviously only got this one in the colour vinyl. But that was really nice and they were £1.99 each. So I was very, very happy, and I thought, I sort of grabbed them and I was like, oh, I was thinking yes. And then I couldn't believe it, I go behind, and next up is this Genesis Live 1973. Yep. You can probably see there, right way round, Charisma label, original 99p. I was just, and then I sort of started going through them, and it was getting more and more records, and I'm sort of thinking I haven't got enough money on me. Luckily, because I buy quite a bit in there, and they know me, they'll hold stuff for me for a few days. Next up was this, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. £1.99, and I've actually got this, but when I got it, I paid £1.99 for this, and I got another version of it, and it's got no inner sleeve, so that was really nice to pick up. It's not an original. I don't think it's an original. It's on Charisma on the blue label there, and you can feel the record sort of a bit thinner. It's got that label on that side. That for £1.99. It's better copy than the one I've got. It's got the inner sleeves, so I'm not gonna leave it behind. Again, next up, I've got this one upstairs. But again, one I've got upstairs is a reissue. This is the original inner sleeve, and on that original label. So that's really nice. So yeah, it's really good. I'm actually running a bit longer than I thought. I'll try not to keep me too long. I didn't know whether to split this video into sort of two, but I've started now, so I don't know how to edit them. I'm afraid. Next one, Genesis, Trick of the Trail. Again, original, nice inner sleeve, and again the Charisma label. So you can imagine, I don't know how they priced them in the shop. I thought they were pricing them sort of £1.99 for a double album and 99p for single, but they obviously don't know, they don't know what they've got in, because they wouldn't have been selling these for that cheap. But because it was a gatefold, they put it up at sort of £1.99, but honestly, at that price, who cares? Really, it's a silly price. You know, I was more than happy to pay. It's a charity shop as well, so I've got all those, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I can sort of afford them all. I'm not sure how much money I've got. Excuse me. And the guy says, "Hang on a minute. You know, the guy who bought them in, he's bought in a big stack of records. I've got more out the back." Bloody hell. So he's bought a massive stack, he's bought a big sort of stack of records out. Now I've had gone through them, selected the ones I want and the ones I didn't want, and I said to him, "Look, I haven't got the money, can you just put them on one side of me for me? Give me a bit of time and then I'll sort of come back and get them." So one of the ones in there was this, Camel, Mirage. Now this is a band I've sort of seen on Facebook, but it's new to me. I've heard of them, but I don't know anything by them. But I've seen people sort of show them on Facebook, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. Again, 99p. Okay, I won't go wrong. There's that one. There's also this one. Oh, sorry, that was, yeah, Mirage. I said that. This one was Moon Madness, Camel. In gatefold on the back. It's on this Decca label. So, and actually, I really like this one. I hadn't I like the Mirage one, but this one I prefer this one to the two. I really enjoyed that. I'm never sort of sure. I've never sort of. I know Genesis, Peter Gabriel with Genesis. I was introduced to by a friend at school. I was about sort of 12, 13, so I know that, but I'm not sort of don't know much about prog. I think I've got a couple of King Crimson CDs, so that's it. So I've never sort of, I don't know, just never got that way. So yeah, I really enjoyed them. Next up's another one, which is Caravan, and this is called In the Land of Grey and Pink. I really enjoyed this. So the two Camel ones and this one's I really enjoyed, sort of quite mellow, I suppose. I don't know, just really good. Next up, I haven't got around to listening to this one. Brooke Wakeman and the Six Wives of Henry VIII. In gatefold, you see his keyboards there. With that explaining what each of the wives and the music, it's sort of based on them. Now, next, again, like I've just said with all of these bands, I've seen so many people showing sort of Yes on YouTube, on Facebook site, and again, it's just not a band I've listened to or I know of them. I don't know them, so I've picked up about 5 of their albums that were there. Again, they were all dirt cheap. This is the first one I picked up. This is Fragile. Oh yeah, so I've listened to this one, and I've also listened to, sorry, let me show you the inside. And that's the back. And I'll also listen to this one. So I've seen a lot of people going on about this one, Close to the Edge. And again, on the back, got a few markings on the front of this one. You can probably just see sort of here. But again, for the price, and sort of up here. But for that price, this is $1.99 again. I can't say no. I've listened to these two. They didn't hit me immediately. I've listened to the Mirage ones, like I said, the Caravan ones, and instantly I thought, yeah, I like that. That's different. And the sort of these ones, it was good, but it wasn't instant. But I sort of looked at sort of things online. I think Darren Knott's done a review of them on his YouTube channel. And he sort of said when he first got it, well, he was a teenager, he said it just didn't make any sense to him. But I think it's one of these ones you've got to sort of listen to a few times, so I'll be definitely giving them more of a listen. The next one up is Yes Songs, which is the, if I can get this, it sort of folds out, like that. And we've got the picture on the back. Again, very nice. That's a triple album. Next up is Relaya. I mean, again, these are all in really good condition, so for getting these sort of, most of these for $1.99. And the next one up is Going for the One. I haven't had a chance to listen to any of these. I think somebody was saying on one of their web channels, they said, when do people get to listen to music, or how do you get to listen, I can't remember who it was, and they just sort of said, by the time you've done your day's work, you've got home, you've cooked your dinner, you've had your dinner, you want to spend a bit of time with your loved ones, how do you get the time to spin all these records you were just talking about for people on Facebook and showing things on YouTube? And I'm the sort of same really. I don't have a lot of time to listen to records. I've got a young family. I work. I listen to probably a lot of my music on the iPod on the way to and from work. So I do enjoy when I get the chance to sort of sit in my music room upstairs and listen to music. I do really enjoy it. So I've just looked at the time, 25 minutes. I better get going. a few more albums. I think that's it for, oh no, more prog. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. What's this one called? Tarkus. I listened to this one. I enjoyed this one actually. I preferred the side 1, which I think is one continuous track, to side 2. But yeah, definitely check them out again. I'll just keep looking up at the football. I can see all the Chile fans cheering because they're winning and it's getting nearer time. Next up, 10cc, Sheet Music. I haven't had a chance to listen to that one, but I think we all know 10cc. This has got a little lyric sheet in it as well. It's nice. 10cc, the original soundtrack. Gatefold. So I sort of seem to be rushing at the end, but I'm sort of running at 25 minutes at the moment. So, no, this one I was really happy. I don't have any Pink Floyd vinyl. This is my first one. I know it's all a collection of stuff, but still, it's relics. Unfortunately, somebody's put their name on the top there, but that's nothing you can do. But for 99p, that's really good. Next up, I couldn't believe it when I saw this one. I was really chuffed with this one. Peter Gabriel, and this has got the original in a sleeve, the lyrics and everything. And then when you look at the vinyl, you can tell it's nice up heavyweight, and it's got labels like that. Yeah, that was really nice to pick this one up. I've got it on CD, but I've never had it on vinyl before, so that was really nice. A few more to show. This one, nice, there's still got a price tag on that, 99p. This is Sinead O'Connor, and this is, hang on, The Lion and the Cobra, but for some reason it's only the inner sleeve and the record, but I picked it up anyway. I'll pick up a cover or another copy at some point. Next up, Dire Straits, their first album, in original, in that, very nice. Oh, next up, this was I was really chuffed to find this one. Ian Dury, New Boots and Panties. Excellent album. If you don't own this in any format, get it. It is a superb album. Again, original inner sleeve. Just lots of pictures, and again it's on the nice heavyweight vinyl on the stiff label. So yeah, that was really, I was really chuffed about that. I actually did a video. I entered a competition and I chose Norman Watt-Roy as my bassist in my sort of group, and I didn't have I only had a single this on at the time. I couldn't show any vinyl, unfortunately. That's nice to pick that one up. This one is Peter King. This is called Crusade. This is including songs by Thelonious Monk, Joni Mitchell, Donny Hathaway, Smokey Robinson. If you don't know, Peter King is a saxophonist. I know him through Charlie Watts. I don't know if you see some Charlie Watts solo albums. This guy plays saxophone with him. I mean, it's really good. It's a great, good album. Really nice. Glad to pick that one up. Next, Alice Cooper. Welcome to My Nightmare. This is my first Alice Cooper. In rigid and inner sleeve. A bit battered this one, but it plays well, so that's nice. Next, even more UB40. This is Present Arms. Now, I've actually picked up 2 of these recently. This is the first one. This is the original album. And then also included in this was a 12-inch single, which is this one. so that's really nice. And I picked this one up about a month ago and picked it up a couple of weeks ago. Again, it was just one of those things, 99p. I'm not leaving it behind. I can keep it and pass it on to somebody else who'll appreciate it. Next up was this, which is Brand X, and this is called Product. Is that right? Yeah. So that was really nice. Again, I know Phil Collins was in it. Where does it say? There's just loads of well-known people. You know, I sort of knew of them, didn't really know what it was. So that was sort of great to pick that one. And actually, I've come to the end now. I've hit the half-hour mark. Sorry about that. Here's this one, Birthday Party. Couldn't believe it when I seen this. And not only that, I've actually got the copy. So this is my second copy, 99p. It's in beautiful condition, inner sleeve, an original on 4AD. So that's really nice. It'll be really nice to. That means again I've got a second copy, so I'll be able to pass that on. If I get to 50 subs or 100 and do a competition, we can make a couple of nice prizes. So anyway, that's it. And then, like I say, if you sort of move you can see the stack of records there, and that's all from sort of 2 charity shops, basically in the last month. So it's all been quite crazy, but it's coming up to Christmas now, so I probably won't be buying a lot. I think I've got the Fisherman Water Boys box set on order from Amazon. That should be coming on Monday. But apart from that, I think that's all really. I don't know why it can kill me if I buy much more before Christmas. So this will probably be my last video for a while. Again, thank you. There's a few new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please comment, tell me if you like it or not. Yeah, hope everybody's well, keep safe, and until next time, bye.